Channel. For today's video, we're going to be talking about all of the products that I was loving for the month of August. It has been a minute since I've done a favorites video. I think I did a July favorites, but it was like super late into July or a June favorites. I can't even remember, but I feel like I haven't done a favorites video or haven't like updated you guys on products that I've been loving in quite some time. So I'm excited to do this video today. I have tons of products that I've been loving, some drugstore stuff, some high-end stuff, some really luxury beauty products. We'll leave everything in the description bar down below. If you guys are not following me on Instagram and Twitter, make sure you guys are following me there. Make sure you guys subscribe before you head out, and let's go ahead and get started with some of the products that I was loving this past month. So I have two like primer slash moisturizer style products to talk about. The first one is from Neutrogena. This is the Hydro Boost Water Gel Lotion with SPF 30 in it. This came out, I think, at the beginning of summer. This has been my go-to since I purchased it in like late July. I absolutely love this. What I like about this product is that if I want to wear just like sunscreen and like a CC cream or something like that, or if I really want something that's going to give me that SPF and that coverage and protection that I'm looking for, this is amazing for that. But it also moisturizes my skin, that when I go in with makeup application, everything looks flawless. I usually use a different moisturizer like 10 or 15 minutes before I do my makeup, but I just feel like I've been using this non-stop just because it does have that SPF. The summer in Minnesota has been so hot. Normally it's not like this bad, but it's been like upwards of 85 to like 100 degrees some days. So some days I just want something that's like gonna protect my skin, something lightweight, or there are days that I do want to go in with full coverage and I don't want to have to use a moisturizer and then use like an SPF or use something else like that. So this gives me pretty much all I need. Water resistant for up to 80 minutes and it's so not greasy. Looking for a good moisturizer, something that's gonna protect your skin, something with SPF, I totally recommend this one. So another like moisturizer kind of product that I've been loving, this is like a moisturizer slash primer, and this one is actually a dupe for one of the high-end products that I really love. This is from Ulta Beauty, from their Ulta collection. This is the Hydrating Face Primer. It has coconut water, aloe vera, and avocado oil. And this one is actually a dupe for the Too Faced Hangover RX. I really love that primer. For the longest time, I couldn't get on board with it because it's $32. And it's not like a blurring or smoothing primer. It's just like a really nice, like quenching moisturizer slash primer for the skin. This one is kind of the same. It's not going to like smooth out any fine lines, wrinkles, or like fill in pores or anything like that. But this one does exactly what the Too Faced Hangover RX does. It just kind of quenches my skin. It really makes it like nice, supple, like healthy looking, plump looking and stuff before I go in with my foundation and any smoothing primers. I just really love this. It smells really nice. It's super lightweight on the skin, seeps right into the skin, and like I said, it just really moisturizes my skin and it kind of preps it for when I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I've really been loving this. The Too Faced one, I'm not sure how many ounces you get on that. That one is $32. This one I think regularly is $14 or $16. You get 1 fluid ounce on here, but because Ulta is like considered drugstore, you can always use coupons on it, and I picked this up when it was like a buy one get one 50% off or something like that, and I got it for like $8. So you can definitely get it cheaper, and I really recommend trying it out if you guys really like that Too Faced Hangover RX. I think you're really gonna like this one. So let's move on to some eye products. This first one is one that I am actually wearing on my lids right now. This is from Tarte, and this is their chrome paint in the shade Beach Babe. So it looks just like this. It's like a copper goldish kind of shade, and I absolutely love this. So I actually had heard my friend Jana Cookies rave about these. She said these were amazing, really long lasting, very pigmented, just really are nice on the eyes, and I 100% agree with it. I've actually used this like 3 times or so, and even after the first time of using it, I knew I loved it. It is what I'm wearing on my lids, and when it went on, and you guys can even see, it's not like touching my upper eyelid, and sometimes my eyeshadows, if they're shimmer shadows or something, tend to like creep up there. This one doesn't. It's so pigmented when you apply it. It goes on so nicely. You can pack it on if you'd like, and it's really pigmented, and it stays pigmented pretty much for like 8 hours all day. I've really been loving these. They're just super easy to use, and look at that. Watch. Whew. Right there. You can see how vibrant, how pigmented it is. And I don't know, I really love these. I feel like if you love like shimmer shadows, but they always creep, or if you love like glitters and stuff like that, and you want something that's gonna go on nicely, it's gonna last all day, these are so good. I feel like the next time there's like a 20% off coupon, I'm definitely gonna pick up more of these, because these are a little bit on the pricey side. I think they're like $23 each, which I think they're worth it, but there's just so many that I want to pick up because they're so pretty that I'm gonna wait for a 20% off coupon, and then I'm definitely picking up more of these because these are really, really good. So sticking with eyes, there's been one eyeshadow palette I've been loving this past month. If you guys follow me on Instagram, or if you're just into the makeup world, this is probably not a surprise. This is from Dose of Colors and Karen from I Love Sarai, and this is their palette. I absolutely love it. I've been a fan of Dose of Colors eyeshadows for a long time, so I knew I was gonna love this palette, but I love the colors she picked. I feel like they're really nice everyday colors, but there are also colors where you can, you know, go dramatic. There's also colors that like you can add a pop of color if you'd like, something colorful and vibrant. I really, really love this palette. The formula is amazing. They're very pigmented, easy to work with, blendable, buildable. They're pretty much everything you want in an eyeshadow. They really thought about how this is going to perform, and I've been absolutely loving this palette. I just feel like these are definitely shades I can rock, and I've used this palette so many times on my Instagram. If you guys want to check out any of the looks I did, go ahead and click the link down below. Make sure you're following me on my Instagram. I've been loving this palette. I've also been loving their highlighters. So I actually love the whole collection, like, let's be honest, but these are the highlighters. I've absolutely been loving them as well. They look darker in the pans, but they're actually not. Both of them are so pretty. I'll give you a swatch. And they're so creamy. Here are the shades. This top one is Bathe, and then this bottom one that's a little bit more gold, that one's called Soulmate. I've been loving both of them. I use both of them a lot. I get so much use out of them. I really love them. I don't know. I love Karen. I've met her on multiple occasions. She's the sweetest person ever. I love Dose of Colors as a brand. So when they collaborated, I'm like, yep, I'm definitely gonna have to pick up some of these products, and I've been loving them. If you guys are on the fence about them, make sure you pick them up before the collection goes away. You can get them at the Dose of Colors site. You can also get them at Ulta right now. Sticking with face powders, there's one face powder that I've literally become so obsessed with. I cannot believe I didn't try this sooner. It is from Charlotte Tilbury. Love the packaging on this one, and this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Silk Perfecting Micro Powder, and I have the shade number 2 medium, so it looks just like this, and it looks just like a basic standard ordinary powder. Nothing special about it, but this powder is amazing. I've set my concealer with this, and it doesn't crease at all, and then I've set it like along this area right here where I tend to have pores. I'll just like hit it with a little bit of a brush and just dab it in there, and it literally smooths it out. It looks like Facetune because it's just so smooth in this area and so smooth in my under eye area. I don't know what it is about this powder, but it really is like a airbrush flawless look to your skin. I normally don't buy like high-end powders or powder foundations. I just feel like it looks too cakey on my skin, or it just makes it look like fake or dull, but not with this powder. Literally, this powder is so amazing, and you need the smallest amount. Like I said, just apply it like right along here where I have the most pores after I set my foundation and everything with the translucent powder. Just lightly dab some on there, and it smooths it out. It looks so smooth. It doesn't look like I have pores or anything like that. So I really like it. I've actually used this to set my face as well. Like if I'm wearing a CC cream or really lightweight foundation, I'll just set it a little bit along my face. It looks more full coverage. I don't know if it adds too much coverage to it, but it looks more full coverage, and it just looks smoother. And I really, really have been loving this powder. Even though it is pricey, I do think it is worth the money. And if you have like large pores or texture, or you just want something that's gonna kind of smooth out some areas that you feel like don't get smooth even after you set your foundation, that powder is gonna do that for you. And then the last powder product to talk to you guys about is actually a contour palette, and I picked this up at TJ Maxx. I've actually been wanting this contour kit for quite some time. I just never actually bit the bullet and purchased it just because I have other contour kits. I have other products to like bronze and contour my face. Saw it, it was the last one, and of course I had to swoop it up. This is from Too Faced, and this is the Cocoa Contour Palette. Looks just like this. Comes with a little brush. I have that lying somewhere, and then you get like a yellow banana powder to set your under eye. You get this Cocoa Glow, which is like a more natural kind of highlighter, and then you get the deep mocha and medium mocha to bronze and contour your face. This is actually what I used on my face today to bronze and contour, and I absolutely love it. It smells, yep, it smells like chocolate. It comes with a really big mirror, and this is a really, really good palette. The formula itself, I feel like, is better quality than the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I really like the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, but for some reason this one I feel like just blends out a lot nicer, and I feel like it goes on a lot nicer on the skin. I don't know what it is or the difference is about it, but I really, really love it. I don't really use the highlights too much. I've heard good things about this banana powder, like, well, this is called cocoa butter, but it's like a banana powder to set your under eyes. I've just been using the Charlotte Tilbury one, so that's why I haven't used it, but I have used the contour and bronzing shades, and even though this one's a little bit darker, it's still not so dark that I can't use it with like a lighter hand. So I've just been mixing the two, or sometimes I will just use the medium mocha. It's like the perfect contour shade, gives you a nice shadow to the skin. I've heard so many good things about it for so many years. Tons of people had raved about it, and I really wanted to get it, but like I said, if I was just gonna get it for these two shades, I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $45 for this palette. But when I saw it at TJ Maxx, I think it was like $23 I paid for it. I really, really like this palette. Every single time I use it with any brush, it just gives me the right amount of bronzer and the right amount of contour. So if you guys have been on the fence about it, I totally recommend you pick it up. Otherwise, go to your TJ Maxx and Marshalls and see if you can find one there for cheaper. Two more things to talk to you guys about. This next thing is a setting spray, and I'm actually really excited to talk about this product only because I haven't talked about a setting spray in so long. Since I have found the Milani Make It Last setting spray, that's pretty much all I use. I feel like any other setting spray is either too expensive or it just doesn't work as well as my Milani one. I'm constantly repurchasing that one just because I go through it like water, and I really love it. However, I did purchase this, my recommendation from you guys and tons of other vloggers and stuff, and since I've tried it, I've just been so obsessed with it. I really, really love it. This is from Morphe, and this is the continuous setting mist. I know that I'm late to the bandwagon, and I don't know why it took me so long to try this product out, but I really love it. This is an amazing setting spray. Not only is the mist like super, super fine, the sprayer on this literally just sprays out the right amount. It's so lightweight on the skin, like a micro fine mist, and it just leaves your skin looking, I don't know, not like matte, but it's also not dewy. It's not a dewy spray, it's not a matte spray, it's just like a satin spray. It just kind of gives your foundation a little bit more look like it's natural skin, but it also sets it and it's not shiny. I don't know, I've just really been loving this setting spray. I've been using it nonstop since I got it, and it still feels like the bottle's like full. It is 2.8 ounces, and I think this is $15, and you can get it at Ulta. I absolutely love this setting spray. Like I said, it's all I've been using since I purchased it, and there's still so much left in it. I don't know, it just feels good on the skin. It's super lightweight, literally like spreads the product. Not everywhere, but like a good distribution, because sometimes you get those setting sprays that when you spray it, it's literally only on one side, and then you have like spots all over the place. Not with this one. It's just a good amount of distribution, a good amount of product, and it actually makes your foundation, your eyeshadow, your makeup, all of it, it literally makes it last at least 10 hours. And then the last thing to talk to you guys about is a lip product. This is also from Dose of Colors. This is an oldie, but I just recently jumped on this bandwagon. This is their satin lipstick. I got this one in the shade Toast. The reason is because I have so many lipsticks that I'm like, I don't need to buy any more. So when these first came out, I didn't purchase any, but recently Ulta had like 40% off their site, or like some deals or some beauty steals or something like that, and these were on there. So I'm like, let me go ahead and pick one up, try it out, see how I like it, and I'm so obsessed with these. Literally just glided on like butter. It's a beautiful beigey pinky nude. Of course, like these are the shades I go for. It's a really nice nude. It's not too beige, it's not too pink, it's not too nude. Well, it's actually more of like a peachy nudie shade. Peachy brown nude kind of shade. It's not so much pink, and that's what I like about it. It gives a nice amount of color to the lips, but it's not brown or it's not too peach. It's just a really perfect combo. These last a really, really long time. They're more on the satin matte finish, so they're not as shiny, and even here you can see it looks like a matte, but it's still, when you look at it, it's a little bit more moisture to it, so it's not a full-on matte, These are so comfortable, last such a long time. They have tons of colors in them, and I've just really been liking them. Keep it in my purse just because it's such a nice shade to go to. It's easy to touch up. And the other thing I like about it is if it starts wearing away in one section, you reapply. It's not like it's gonna look chunky. It's not like it's gonna look like there's, you know, just tons of product on your lips. It's very lightweight and it's not drying at all. Alright guys, so that is it for my August favorites. Leave it down in the comments below. What were some of your favorite products for this past month? If you guys have tried any of these products and you agree, or if you disagree, sure to leave that in the comments as well. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all that stuff is gonna be linked down below for you guys, as well as coupon codes to help you save some money. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.